Foti Fireworks is behind some of the most watched celebrations in the world, from the Sydney Olympic ceremony to New Year's Eve on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. They've won a raft of awards for their work and also have a terrific family business story going back 7 generations. To tap into that wealth of business experience, Alex Brophy caught up with brothers Tino and Fortunato Foti.
So Australia's biggest and most awarded fireworks business. How'd you get started, guys?
It's a family tradition, started in Italy in 1793, and 7 generations later we're in Australia in 2014. It's formed part of our life for a couple of centuries now, really. And I've been doing it now for 30-odd years. Well, they say it's in your blood, and we've continued the tradition, and hopefully it'll continue for generations to come.
So guys, your grandfather was obviously a key player in the business, but he passed away in 2001. How do you move on after losing such an integral part?
He passed a lot of his knowledge on to my dad and my uncle and Forge, who started in the business many years earlier than I did on a full-time basis. And, that information got passed on, and it just kept on going, which is, the way family businesses and traditions do keep going.
It is a large family, and everyone has their roles within the business. And we are a manufacturer of fireworks as well as a displayer of fireworks. I suppose it was just a transition from one generation into the next.
What you do is obviously globally recognised. People all over the world watch your New Year's fireworks in particular. How do you leverage that to build the business and your brand?
When you do an event like Sydney New Year's Eve, for example, it is of benefit to have that as your, as your money shot profile in your business. But you're only as good as your last event, so you can't be complacent about those things. Hence why, apart from New Year's Eve, all those other events we do are just as important, because they build the base for everything else that comes with it.
With these big contracts, Fortunato, how do you make sure you can not only manufacture but also execute on them?
You have to deliver. You have to deliver what you've set on your creative. It's not just a matter of doing the fireworks, it's the whole project management of the job. Our biggest thing is always to be able to deliver what we say we're going to deliver.
Now, manufacturing is facing a bit of a tough time in Australia. You've got manufacturing operations both here and in China. How has that process evolved?
Part of the process in Australia now with manufacturing is becoming increasingly difficult to be cost competitive, given that, more raw materials and components and things like that. And we took the decision probably in the early 90s to venture into China and take up joint venture opportunities to make fireworks over there and ship them out to Australia. And it's worked really well for us.
Were there many teething problems at the start?
My father's been going there since, pretty much since the 90s, but his first trip to China was in the early 70s. So, it's been a process that's, it's been over 30 years. There's always problems, but you just got to overcome them and work your way through it.
As the creative director, how do you maintain that innovation and market leadership?
Just do it the way you want to do it, because if it's been working for you for 15, 20 years, it's obviously been something that's been done right. So we just maintain that flow and maintain that progression.
So 7 generations into a really successful family business. You've obviously got a wealth of knowledge to tap into. What are your tips for other small business owners?
Look, I think once you first start, you have to work hard to formulate a solid base that the business can grow.
Tino, anything to add?
You just got to get your hands dirty. Even with us, we've got a crew of 50, but, we get in there and do the work as well.
It's a terrific family business story. Thanks a lot for your time.
No worries,
Thank you.
It's a classic case of a business built on hard work and focusing on a core product. As Tino and Fortunato said there, they're only as good as their last event, so you can't afford to be complacent. Put simply, hard work, maintain momentum, and deliver what you say you're going to do. The result is a rock-solid business recognised around the world. Great stuff.